Hi friends, Drea here, coming to you guys with another update. This is going to be, second week, full week, third Tuesday, because I started on a Tuesday, July 1st. So I started at 303.7 pounds on Tuesday, July 1st. And in the first week, I managed to lose 10.3 pounds, and I weighed in at 294.4. And then this Tuesday, today, hopefully you get this before midnight, I weighed at 297.2, which is actually a 2.8 pound gain, bringing my overall total loss from the 1st of July to only 6.5 pounds. But I say only sort of gingerly because it's still a loss. I'm still ahead of the game, even though I'm below on the scale. Everything's been pretty good other than the extreme hunger, and I know what has created it. I had been eating some fruit. Hubby bought some $18.99 a pound bag of peaches. I got into those. He brought home honey so that he could take some because he heard that that would help him with some, I want to say like an allergic reaction that he was having or something. We really don't know what it is exactly. But, if you believe everything you hear, you try something if you're desperate enough. So he bought a $25 jar of supposedly raw honey with the comb in it. And the comb is just wax and it's just wasted space and added weight and not really worth it, but it does taste pretty good. Guess you know how it is. I know that. So yeah, I've been eating honey. Oh, and then a lady at work has a pear tree and brought in pears for all the employees. And he didn't want to be rude and not take any of them. Oh, and then there was the guy that brought him some tomatoes, and he didn't want to be rude and not take those either. So yeah, I ate some tomatoes, and I know you guys are saying it's just fruit. What are you talking about? I mean, if you're one of those people that's on any other kind of lifestyle other than carnivore, I'm not saying you shouldn't be here because I've done all kinds of things throughout my journey and my time here on YouTube. My channel, I started it, I think it was like the 4th of October of 2011. So I've done everything, including vegan, vegetarian, you name it. I almost killed myself with the vegan and the vegetarian stuff. Not to mention the lack of brain cells that I was left with after that fiasco, and teeth in my mouth, and hair on my head, and I can go on and on and on and tell you how bad that was for me. But I digress. Just getting back and staying on track because I don't want this to be too lengthy, and then it takes me longer to upload it to you guys, and then you never get it before midnight like my intentions. I've been a little busy all over the place, working and doing things here in the house, and so I didn't get a chance to upload this video, and I've had a few other videos that I've filmed, but because I'm having editing issues, I never got uploaded, and now this is why I'm doing this on my phone, and I don't want to have to edit it because I'll never get it up to you guys. Just saying. And I know that I say a few things a lot, like I don't know. With that said, I say that a lot. Basically, I say that a lot. And I'm trying not to say and or whatever a lot, like filling in places where I'm obviously thinking. And that doesn't happen as much, I noticed, when my brain is firing on ketones. So, yeah, but I do say the other things. So I'm trying not to say that. Also, saying so, I think I say a lot. Anyways, I know you guys aren't out there judging me, and I shouldn't really care if you are or you aren't, but I don't want to be annoying. I definitely don't want to be annoying. And I always feel like I don't have a whole lot to say when I get on here anyways, and I try to put at least 10 minutes together. Just 10. My foods are all pretty much the same. Well, they've been kind of different. Like tonight we had fish, and I made my own little sort of a tartar sauce, trying to get rid of some things that are not really carnivore in strict carnivore's eyes. But I'm not the carnivore police, and I'm not going to police myself. And I already know where I fail at my weight loss efforts. And it's with the fruit. It's definitely with the fruit. And anything super sweet, whether it's fake sweetness, like imitation sweetener, stevia, whatever, it really doesn't matter. Natural and unnatural, it gives me cravings, makes me want more carbs and want to eat more. And the hunger is just like back to like the noise, the hunger noise that a lot of these people are talking about, that these GLP-1s help them not hear. But I know a thing or two about the GLP-1s that I've been hearing, and one particular video that I watched, that the GLP-1s, it's not just about the weight loss. I mean, if you're an addict and you're addicted to like alcohol or substances, or no matter what it is, fill in the blank, that's just the symptom. That noise is turned off for that. The cravings are turned off for that with the GLP-1s. So it also helps with people that have onset of Alzheimer's, or issues with memory, or a family history of issues with memory. And I think I have a few things that have been going against me for many years before menopause, and then menopause just added fuel to the fire because of the brain fog on top of the memory issues, causing more memory issues. And when I am not in ketosis, it's super bad. And like the short-term memory, it's super bad. But as long as I'm eating properly, and as long as I'm fueling myself with enough fat, whether I'm eating fruit and sugar, natural sugar, honey, whatever, I am able to think a little bit more clearly, form words a little bit more clearly. My cognitive spunk is there, you know what I mean? Like it's on point. Not as much as it probably could be. Like I said, this is going into week 3, but it's much better than it was. And the stuff that I'm craving, it's not like I'm craving the sweet stuff. Like I wouldn't go out and get it if I didn't have it in the house. So there's one peach left, and it looks like, George Burns, probably before he died. And there is a jar of honey in there, but the majority of it, like I said, it's getting down to the point where it's just honeycomb. And after I heard this Dr. High, whatever his name is, talk about how honey is bee vomit, I don't know that I want to eat the honey anymore. And I'm sorry for anybody that's watching this if I just like ruined honey for you. But it's just high fructose corn syrup, basically, in a different form. It goes in as sugar water. The bees drink it, and then, yeah, I don't have to get into the details. But that's what it is, and people eat it. Been eating it for years, but it wasn't a main staple, and not everybody was able to get it. Not everybody wanted to go through the process of what they thought they had to go through in order to collect it. So it was not as, like now you go into a store and there is a whole section of all different kinds of honey. And then you got Manuka honey. And I heard that comes from a tree. So it's actually sap. It's not even from a bee. But don't quote me on that because I don't know. I need to stop looking at things I know I can't have and not trying to find ways and means to make excuses for why I might be able to have it. It's not good for me. I need to stick to my meat, my eggs, my fish, and stay away from all that other stuff. But like tonight we had fish, and I did cook it in butter. And I made a sauce with like sour cream in there and whatnot. And a few other things that probably, had some salt in it, like keto. It was like ketovore, I guess, because we didn't have any tartar sauce. And it was really good. But then I had 2 little fillets, and that's where I was getting my fat, between that and the butter, because it definitely wasn't going to be in that wonderful mahi-mahi that we ate. And the only reason why I ended up eating it in a pan is I didn't have tin foil, and I was going to kind of poach it, make these little foil pouches with the seasoning on the fish and the fish inside the pouch, and then I put it in the air fryer. That's how I made some fish we had last week. I think it was salmon, and it was really good, and hubby wanted that, so I made it for him. And he can have that. He needs the protein. He doesn't eat a whole lot, and when he does eat, he's not getting a whole lot. So I feed him what he wants to eat when he wants to eat it, and as long as it's not bad for me, I can't complain. And it wasn't. completely bad other than the homemade tartar sauce. So anyways, so I just wanted to put that out here, get that update to you guys. I'm probably not going to put out the videos that I filmed that I have yet to figure out how to edit and get them uploaded. I'm having so many trials and troubles and things trying to do what I want to do the way I want to do it, and it's not working in my favor. My phone is an Android, my computer is a Mac. I do have a Windows-based computer. I have a laptop, but all of the programs and whatnot that I'm used to using are not on there, and I'd have to learn a whole new thing. And I'm not saying I won't eventually learn it, but I'm not going to learn it overnight, and I want to get this video out to you guys. So anyways, friends, I hope you all are having a good week. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope anybody who's dealing with any kind of storms or floods or family or friends that have been dealing with that kind of stuff in any kind of way, hopefully not too severe. Hopefully no one I know has, been affected in a personal, close relationship way with anybody that's going through anything very dire. It's very sad to see the things that are going on in the world. I do not watch a lot of news. I try not to keep up with mainstream media and current events because it's very upsetting to me. And if I hadn't already said that before, then for those of you who are watching, you heard it now on this video. If you haven't already subscribed and you're just watching because, I don't know, maybe you're nosy and I don't know, you saw me or something in the background and you wanted to click on my video. I don't know. But please subscribe. It does help the algorithm. Comment down below. I don't care what it is. Ask me a question. Make a comment. Be nice, though. And, yeah, like and share. If you find any interest in this video and think it might be able to help somebody else, give them some motivation. Encourage them to start today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Do something about your health. Be your own advocate. Love you guys. Be blessed. Mwah.